on Facebook one day, I came across one of my friends had posted something about legislation being cleared, or that Congress has cleared the way for Barack Obama's third term, or Barack Obama's forced Congress into allowing him a third term. And this is clearly not the case. This is clearly an erroneous headline. So I clicked on the link, and there was no story there. It was just the comments section. There was no story. There's no nothing. It was just the headline, which was Congress, Obama to force Congress to let him run for an illegal third term, and then there was no story, just comments. So when I saw this, I'm thinking, what is this? What is going on here? That this person posted a story without reading a story, posted this thing based on the headline alone, and there's nothing backing it up. There's no nothing. So I did some further investigation, looked into this website. AmericanNews.com is the website, and through a lot of trial and error, we finally figured out that apparently it doesn't work on some versions of Firefox and Chrome, the ones that are current. It doesn't work on the current versions of Firefox and Chrome. You can't get to the story, but when I fired up Internet Explorer, I was able to see the stories along with a ton of ads. So we were talking about clickbait. This is actual clickbait. Obama to force Congress to let him run for an illegal third term. That's just one of them. Obama caught funding ISIS. Irrefutable proof offered that Obama is a member of the Muslim Brotherhood. These are all articles from this site, and none of them have the stories that are in the article have nothing to do with the titles.
And there are actual
This
articles there? Because you sent
are
me the
there
link
are
and I saw
actual.
it just up from Chrome, and it was just a headline and then the Facebook comments.
Well, that's what I was trying to say, is that the site is set up such that you can see the articles on mobile, and you can see the articles on Internet Explorer and on some outdated versions of Firefox and Chrome.
Okay.
On modern browsers, there are no stories. There are only comments, and it doesn't show the ads. But when you look at it on Internet Explorer, and that was a trend, is that the people who were sharing these stories, by and large, were people who would use Internet Explorer, if you catch my drift. Um, so there are people out there that are reading these stories and are sharing these stories. Some of them just based off of the headline, for sure, and others that are being fed this erroneous information that is preying on conservatives and giving them false information. And it's absolutely infuriating, and these guys are profiting off of it because they're selling ad space, clearly. So these guys in Australia, that's where the sites are both registered to. I can't remember what the other one is. I think it's the Patriot News, or something to that effect. Uh,
No, it's just a scam scum site. I mean, it's not
it's
actually.
But it's been shared. There's a Facebook page that goes with this that has close to 1 million likes. The share count is insane on these stories. So people are clicking them, and people are paying attention to these stories as if they were actual, real stories. And it is, it's nerve-wracking that this is occurring, and that people aren't saying, hey, this stuff is bogus. These sites are not, it's worse than InfoWars, because at least with InfoWars, going in, oh, this is InfoWars. these
Right.
these sites are. I'm sorry.
This highlights some of the hopelessness of worrying too much. Well, both the hopelessness of worrying too much about loose cannons on our side, and also the necessity of coming up with a better strategy countering it. And what I mean is, not only, even if we silenced every dumb comment that comes from a conservative leader, there is plenty of stuff that is planted amongst us by the other side. Plenty of trash like that. Look, trust me, they do that. And they plant it in sometimes well-meaning papers, maybe like the Patriot News. I don't know it offhand. The but you know, they plant things, and they plant things. And even if we are perfect, they're going to plant stuff. Now, granted, that's not the same as somebody like Rush Limbaugh. I understand, but still, we we need a better strategy.
Here's the point. We have a lot of people on our side who are looking for, you know, the opportunity to share news about what's going on. They are using their internet to the best of their ability to get the word out about the horrible things this administration has done, you know, attempting to show people what Obama's policies really are doing, the harmful effect. I applaud that. I think it's fabulous. Their instinct is right on. But what's happening is that they're not vetting some of the sources, and sometimes it takes a while. JD was really a while doing the research on these sites and trying to find out why they weren't showing up stories and what, you know, what the Facebook group had been posting. But we do that sort of thing. We click on a story that's from, say, a satire site and share that, and we don't check it, and then it comes back on us later, and it says, you know, it's debunked, and we look foolish. And it doesn't take too much time to inform yourself about what are satire sites are out there. Everyone practically knows The Onion by now, but there are plenty others that are trolling people on the right and getting them to spread false news and then looking like, you know, morons in the process. And I think that the larger thought here should be an encouragement to people to do a little bit of research. Don't just react and click on something and click share on something right away. Check that out, especially if it sounds hyperbolic, especially if it sounds like it's just too good or too bad to be true. Just take a couple of minutes. Check if it's a satire site. Take a couple of minutes and check to see whether the story and the headline match. If we complain about clickbait that people do all the time, you know, BuzzFeed, etc., we should be a little bit more careful on our side, and that's something everyone can do without a huge outlay of time or anything. They're already wanting to share news. Let's just get people looking to make sure it's good sources.